Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangles, HugU and Hugmii. Should have done these on from the names of them. It's more like Valentine's Day, right? This is by CZT Miiko Hirai. I hope I pronounced that right. So really, we're going to start with HugU. Hugmii is essentially a variation on this, and it's just at the end that it changes, but I will show you. And we had a lot of fun with this on our Tough Tangle Tuesday. It was so good. All right, starts off with, well, let's see. Oh no, I have a little bit of, I was gonna say, I don't think I've done it on this small of a tile yet, so it'll be fun. Okay, we're going to start off in the center. Let me move so you can see. A diamond or something close to a diamond. Let me tilt that a little bit. Okay. Then, essentially aura-ing each side. Now, I'm going to turn my tile each time because I found that to be rather helpful. Okay. Now, you, of course, decide the distance that you want here because maybe you want to play with it and make it a reticula. Do take a look at the For More Inspiration link. It does take you to Miiko's Instagram, and if you're not familiar with Instagram, you'll see a little arrow. It's very faint on the right hand side. Do you see me pointing? On the right hand side, and that will take you to the next step out. And so there is just HugU is first, and then you'll see the beautiful sample, and then the next one is Hugmii, and again, amazing sample, but that way you can see. All right, now from here, you can see how lovely, well, you know what? I'm going to turn it this way. So one thing about this is, maybe I had it turned. If it's a little off center, sometimes you turn it till it gets at least more center, and especially at this stage because it doesn't matter which direction you have it. Okay, but from here, now we're going to add a little straight line to each of these. Now on the upper ones, I'm going to add a straight line like that to create a V, like that, and on the lower ones, straight line on the same side to create an upside down V. And then on either side, same thing, two straight lines to make a V. And I just keep in my head aura this line, so that way I'm not thinking about really anything else except for, let's try to keep a nice distance between those two. Okay, so now we have what looks like a couple X's. All right, then, okay, I'm going to say tricky-ish part number one. So we're going to do some C-shaped curve lines. And I always have to think, okay, how do I want to explain this right? And I've explained it, because we, like I said, we did just did 2 sessions of this. So I see these, you can think of these as either paths or ribbons, whatever works. I think I'm going to go with path. So what's interesting is, we're going to start right here on this. So this is kind of the upper left-ish side of this path here. That still doesn't help. And what we're going to do is, and I'm turning my tile because I want to use the nice curve of my hand. We're going to do a curve line like that. And it's going to block off this one. Actually, I could have done it. Block off that one. And then take off and land concept coming down here. Let me see if I can do this and then keep my hand out of the way. And then what happens is, if I can do this, that would be really neat. And you know what? We'll do it again. So don't worry about stopping and rewinding, because on the second one, all of these parts are the same. Okay, so what I noticed with this is we're going to keep this one open. We're going to shut this one. We're going to keep this one open. We're going to shut this, because we're going around kind of in a clockwise motion with these C shapes. So the next one is going to start here. So it's like, okay, well, obviously open because we started here, blocked. This is open, so starting here and then coming around. I'm feeling like I'm missing something, but I'm not. Like that. So we're blocking this one. We're going to keep this open. I have to move it a little bit. And then from here, we're going to block this one, and we're going to run this one into, let's just do it like that, into that original diamond. And then here, keeping this one open, blocking this, and then ending here. All right. Now, I explained each one as we were going, but it might help to think of it this way as well. So I'm putting my fingers on to cover. So these two curve lines that we did, if you were to flip your tile, we do the same thing on the other side. So if that helps. Okay. And again, we're going to go over this one more time. So now that we have this set, we're going, let's see, well, the side of the X that is closed off on both sides, right? So this one, and we're going to just put a little line to make this like one complete, path within those little walls there. And I frankly don't worry about, I just connect this end to this end, and I don't worry about whether it's, absolutely straight or anything like that. Okay. Now this is the point where things will change a little bit when we do the second one. But for this, these open sides of the X, so the ones that are angling up to the left, we're going to continue this path up. So using the takeoff and land concept like that, which means I'm tracing over this and just bringing it up. And however however you want to do it. And then, let's just watch this. If I flip the tile, I'm doing the same exact place. Like that. Boy, it looks awful at the moment. But that's okay. It'll look better at the end. Okay, so we have that. Now, and that is one of the things that I really like about this is it is orderly in that way, because you can just turn it and do the same thing. Okay, now, and I'm putting this in position more for my hand. So we've done one side of that path. Now we're going to do the other side of that path. And we only have this bit to worry about because this side of the path is already done. Right? So we're going to take off and land, but we're going to curve. We're essentially aura-ing this. Like so. If you missed it, turn in the tile or do it one more time. So taking off and landing. And like that. Now, I use the word aura, but you can change the shape up a little bit however you want to do it, okay? Because one side does not have to match the other at all. All right, next. We need to continue this path around to line up with this. One thing that I found that kind of helped, because you're going to use the hollow bow technique to go underneath this path. So I just put a little mark here, and then here's where I'm ending up, and you just kind of air draw, right, just to get it sort of straight. It seemed like it helped, and especially for explaining, it seems like it helps. All right, now a big curve line. Essentially, we're aura-ing this, like so. And then flipping it, same thing. So we're coming out there, and here. Like so. Okay, now you kind of have that figure 8 type shape there. Now we have this path is trapped right here, and this one too, because we have these coming out. So this one, super easy. We're just gonna hollow bow like that ish. like that. Now, of course, if you want, you could, redefine the lines. Oh, make it a little wiggly. It's all good. I just wanted to get some of those little bumps out. But not too bad. Right? And then, let's just move this. Why don't I just redefine that whole thing? Take it out to the end. Woo! Another mark on the page. Woohoo! Right off the side. This is why it's always a little dangerous to redefine the lines, because if you start going too fast, then it goes off. Okay. All right. Like I said, we get a second chance at this. It's a different chance. So this is HugU, and I was thinking, because, the arms are stretching out, so you can be hugged. All right, so doing those first steps again. Okay, diamond in the middle. Then aura. This size, let me see if I can have them be a little bit wider this time. All right, yeah, a little bit. Okay, then again, kind of, take a look and make sure you have it. I'm going to do it. That looks most, weirdly, that looks most center. Because I'm picturing, because it's going to go this way. All right. And then remembering which direction these lines go. So this is going to create a V like this over here. Or let's just move the tile. Same thing, right? And then here, mirroring those. So upside down. Like that. Then in on either side, aura-ing that line, aura-ing this line. Or you could just think of it as, I'm going to put a dot right here, and I'm going to just put a V. Whichever way makes you happier to think about it. Okay. Then, yes. I have to, sometimes, because I don't want to miss putting the lines in here, but every once in a while I have to look back. This one, once you kind of get it, and you get the order of things, it's really not too bad. Okay. It just might, it just depends. Everybody, has different likes and dislikes and things about tangles, and I don't know. I think it's worth the figuring out for sure. Okay, now here's our point where we're doing the curve lines, and again, so I'm starting here, but I'm turning my tile so it's easy, so it's nicer. Okay, and then just merging right into that center box, then leaving the gap. Sorry, I'm trying to get my hand so it's out of the way. Let's slide it here. All right, and then starting here, leaving that gap, closing this one, and then stopping at the next line. All right, then here, and this one is going to land here because we're closing this gap and then going up onto that the diamond. And if you miss, I would if you make your curve too big or something, you can always fill in those gaps. Not a problem. Okay, last one. This one comes around like that. All right. Then, and I kind of like to put it back to, where I have the two X's and, the open sides going from diagonal kind of left up to, down on the right. All right, so then remember we're going to make this a solid piece here, solid path. So we're closing off those, and then here as well. And it's just nice because it's the same direction, both sides. We don't have to think too much about that. All right, now this is where depending on what you want to do, this is where it kind of changes. So what we're going to do, well, let me just do, okay, and it's the same process, same order. We don't need to take this out very far. We want to take it, let's see, maybe just a little past what the aura would be. Let's do that. Okay, and then down here as well. All right. And then we'll just continue on as we did. So this one, we're auraing here. Again, use the takeoff and land. Okay, and so this is why I wanted to go just over, so that way I have something to land on. And that's you know, it's just helpful. Okay. And then I'll explain the why in a moment. All right, and then here, and this is something too, this one you do kind of have to have them in order, because I almost did it during our sessions today. I'm like, well, wait, couldn't you just go all the way around? No, because you want to land here, and that's one of the challenging things with the Celtic knotty type of tangles, and a lot of them, you're doing stuff, but then it's like things just don't line up right, and really to have it be a tangle, as you know, Zentangle worthy, I guess, or using the Zentangle philosophy, we don't want to have any grid lines that will erase later. You know, this does require some planning, but I think once you get it, you can kind of keep it in your head. But we're not doing any of that type of thing. Maybe a little mark, but it blends right in with everything else. We're not, you know, erasing it later. And so I think that this is really, really neat for a Celtic knotty type of tangle. It just, I don't know, it seems to go really well. Okay. Now, again, we're going to continue this path. So, and again, if it helps to just put the little mark, and then, you know, here, just so that way you have your eyeball set as to where you're starting from and where you're going. So that way you can just focus on the curve line. And I would still go slow, so that way you just get everything lined up and you don't have the extra little bumps and all that. Okay, and then here, and then lining it up there. Boom. Like that. Now, okay, so here is the difference. So what Miiko has us doing in this, oh, actually, because, oh, that's right. Wait. Well, it's part of it. So these, we're hollowing those out. Now this is where I think this is where it came to me to do these little dots here. So air drawing, you know, and just kind of get that started. And if you already kind of know what you were wanting to do with these, you know, you could put this out a little bit longer. When you look at Miiko's step out, you'll see that she has it coming out a little bit further and curving, because what she has us doing, and actually does it matter if I turn it? No, because it doesn't, both sides are the same. All right, is she has us tying these two together. So instead of having it just go out, we can do that. And then we'll do the next one. Like that. And now in her sample, she has these, well, you know, I'll just do that. She has these still going out, you know, wherever they are going. So that's it. And I'll show you in a minute some of the things that I did, because I did something differently on this one. Well, actually, it's kind of similar to what she did in on her sample. All right, now my pencil has run away from me. And there it is. Not too far. It was just disguised. Okay, so for your shading, it's going to be the same really on both. Focus on the over and unders. And I do like to, for the most part, put the tip of my pencil, tip of the Tortillion on the line where I want it to be the darkest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it each, you know, a quarter turn there. We'll see how many I miss, because that happens. And so, working underneath the lines. And of course, like I said, if you want, look at those samples, because, she created just an amazing work using this really as a reticula and putting some tangles inside. Oh, whoops, green. The Tortillion rolls, and then the other one took its place. Oops, and right there. All right. Like that. And it's just really, really cool. All right, and it's the same thing here. Although, I'm thinking, well, maybe I could, well, because we don't know where those are going. I'll debate on what I want to do with that. Okay, same idea here. But what's fun with this is, it's just a suggestion, right? You can do whatever. We had some really just amazing work today with this tangle. Absolutely amazing. And if you want to see that work, go to, in the description section where the links to the step outs are. If you click on my website and then subscribe to my blog, that's where I, when I post the recap, I call it, for the sessions, I post it there. I do post the videos here on YouTube, so if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, that's actually where you'll see them first, because I have to post them there and then I do the rest. And while you're at it, if you're subscribing and you're enjoying this, and I would hope that if you're subscribing that you are enjoying this, go ahead and click the like button too. I appreciate that a lot. All right. Yep, there it is. There's two of them. I know I got a little out of order here. All right. Just fun. And you know what? Because I can't resist it. Because this can be a lot of fun. Let's just do bits here. And maybe I'll carry it down the side, because this I made this a little bit fatter, right? Not just keeping the same distance, because number one, that's kind of hard to do, especially when you're just eyeballing. Yay! Okay, since I've done that, I might as well let's just do one side and see what that looks like, because there's not a lot of room here. Now, if I'm going to do one side, right, I just don't want to have if I just do it light like that, maybe that'll help. Yeah, well, let's do this one this way. I like it better that way. Yeah, so there we go. So that's the difference. It's just, just treating, this is on my version, step 8, is where it starts, to watch how long that comes, so that way then you're set up to do something else with it later. Unless you want them to go out straight, then you can do that. But if you want them to, like I said, if you want them to do something like this, you need to have that room to curve. So that's why we just do it just past where you think you'll be auraing, and then it's pretty good. All right, so I ended up doing this on both sides on this one. I kind of like it that direction. And then, I did the shading that I just showed you, but I did on both sides, because this I could do it because it's bigger. And so that was fun. And then also, and I have a bunch that aren't finished. I'll post them later. I did, this similar, right? But on the black, but this is similar to what Miiko did on, actually it was the top looked like this and the bottom looked more like that. And I'm like, oh, that's really neat. So you can have fun with whatever shapes you want. You could also, if you think about it, because do these, wait, let's do it on this one. Do these have to go this way? Nope. You could have these continue this direction if you wanted to. It's up to you and whatever fun that you want to have. We had some that I don't know how they did it. Like, did doubles of these and just had the lines going all over the place. Now, something with this, this is what I decided to do with that. As I brought the lines out, I just said, oh, I'm going to curve them and keep them, at, about the distance that I have here. So I just took these out initially and curved them because I had this in my mind, but I wasn't sure. So, but I did that with all of them and then came back around and, and connected those lines. So that creates something neat. And I have an in progress one here. So we'll see. That'll be fun to finish. So anyway, lots of fun. And I hope you enjoyed it. This is one of those that, I personally think it's worth playing with. And, because it's just neat. And, even though it's Celtic Naughty, it's after St. Patrick's Day, but so what? I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let's do it. And so we did. And any time of the year is good for something like this. So, so again, hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you clicked the like button and subscribed, and again, take a look at the step outs and my Linktree link. That's where you'll find link to my website if you would like to take, because this is a free sessions that I do. This is the only one that I do on Tuesday that is free, and it's Tough Tangle Tuesday, like I mentioned. So if you're interested in participating in something like this, and we're just tied to the tangle, and the structure of it, and then whatever you want to do, it's just fun. It's fun playtime. That's really what it is. And then, we share the results at the end, if you have a webcam and, if you're able to, it's just really, really fun. Come and join us. It's free. And that information, again, on my website, as well as there's a couple other links there where I post classes, Facebook, for sure. You can follow my page, and so you'll see the classes there. And if you would like to be a part of a group of tanglers, and I don't know, it's just a really, really good group of people, and so much fun. So if you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you. There are 4 questions, just so you know, to answer in order to gain entry. And because I just like to make sure to mention that. What else? Well, I think that's it. Yeah, like I say, on the website you'll see the other types of classes that I do. Some are paid, but Thursdays are always free Tangle Time, and then this Tough Tangle Tuesday is also always free. And then I have a couple others that are on Tuesdays that have a fee, so I can keep myself in pens and things like that. So, all right, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have fun with it, and I wish you happy tangling.